We got ourselves swipes over for the team 1. Already prowling around looking for... It looks like it's going to be too fast, the rogue. I love that undead. I love the purple, by the way. I think it was fantastic. Over for the team, too. We got ourselves Naze. We got ourselves Ironclaw. We got Big Tree. We got ourselves IO. Ioti? AODHX? DHX? AO? A. I don't know how to say your name, really. We got ourselves Tagsy over for the team 1. We got for the Retribution Paladin. Reventy also on the Retribution. I like that green Felmok, but also looks like it's short shorts. Like, you're ready for summer. I love it. Lexi's over for the team 1 as well, with swipes and Too Fast walking by each other, skulking next to one another, but don't quite find each other at all. It looks like Too Fast needs to be on top of him. I think it's the only way to do it. Too Fast trying to go for Phantom Knives. Does he get stabbed by swipes, or Phantom Knives out in the open? Swipes right next to him again, just trying to see if he can use that cover of stealth. Playing it very, very ballsy. Too Fast, if you Phantom Knives him now, gets him out. They both find each other. Immediate cheap shot by Too Fast is quick on the draw. Immediately trinket for swipes into cheap shot right after blind to follow. Oh my god. Just gonna do him dirty with the resonator. Are you kidding me? My goodness, dude. No wonder they're nerfing rogues for season 4. Look at this. How do you watch that gameplay? You're like, yeah, that was fair. That was fair. He stunned him, so you trinket, he blinds it, and then he just kills a grenade. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, rogues are going to get even more gear, and rogues scale well with endgame gear, so I honestly feel like they may need to do another nerf. Too Fast did burn a trinket for that one, though. Did burn a trinket. Try to see if you're able to take down Lexi. Lexi knows that there's no trinket on this guy, so he knows he can do the full damage. The Resonator down, cheap shots to follow. Too Fast has nowhere to go. Shadow Dance right after. Actually, doesn't quite kill him immediately. Too Fast with an evasion right after. That's going to be immediate disarm onto Lexi. Does Too Fast go for advantage? He may want to, honestly. Still try to keep those Shadow Strikes rolling. Blind on Too Fast Lexi's. Still has the saps ready, unless this man makes a mistake. Too Fast looks to covered all the health back, though. Lexi's plenty healthy. Too Fast, plenty healthy. Does not have the Resonator this time. Does he have the crits? That's what he's looking for right now. Does he get them? Too Fast with immediate advantage as he gets it with the disarm. Is there dots rolling on him? Lexi's may have made a mistake. Too Fast trying to see if he can get him with a sap. Gonna be Phantom Knights. Saps him in between of his fans. No way. Lexi's still holding on to a trinket. It's not over. He can still turn around versus Too Fast. Too Fast with his Shadow Blades immediately. Trying to see if he can carry him down. That is an orc, so he doesn't sit stuns long at all. Has to chain those cheap shots to make sure they're airtight. Kidney onto Too Fast. Has himself Dance and Shadow Blades available. Is it gonna be enough? It is gonna be enough. Man, that is crazy. That is actually so much. So much damn with AO. My goodness, we got rogue into rogue into rogue. At least all these rogues are going at each other and exhausting each other's cooldowns, right? So maybe when Big Tree goes in next, or maybe when Ironclaw, maybe when Naze goes in, at least they're not going into rogues with full CDs. Lexus still holding onto the trinket. Cheap shot by AO, who got himself that evasion, and Lexus diving into that vanish, trying to see if he can skulk away. Is there a bleed rolling on him? If AO was fast enough and got a rupture, which I don't think most rogues do. At this point, like, there's no need to put up rupture. It doesn't give you more damage on target, so you just eviscerate just for the sake of eviscerate. Cloak Shadows by Lexi's gonna be immediate trinket with a blind, and Lexi's still holding on to the trinket. He can still turn around into AO. Sap? Yeah, there's gonna be a sap, but he has an answer. He just doesn't have the dance. He has the answer, but he doesn't have dances. He doesn't have vanish or nothing. Still holding on to cheap shot. Does he use it? Trinkets? That's going to be a Resonator. Tries to walk out of it. That's going to be eviscerate. Then it's going to force out cheap death. There's not enough comp points in order to get himself. Actually, no, he does have Shadow Dance. He does a Shadowy Duel. He's able to get back-to-back stuns on the AO. Does not have a blind, but very, very soon, if he can live 5 seconds, somehow if he can live 5 seconds, he may be able to get a blind. Blind. Oh, he just wins this. And there's no way he loses unless Lexus doesn't have the damage. Oh, why is he so close, dude? Why are these heroic duels so close? Oh my god, cheap shot? Does he have the go? Resonator has an evasion just in case. Oh, but he vanishes out. Gonna be Shadow Step immediately. Oh my god, that was so good. What is so good? Oh my god, that was Shadow Strike from the back. Just hit him with it. Crit, just believed. He believed in that Shadow Strike. With Big Tree gonna be up and running again. Another stealthy, trying to see if he can maybe claw him out in the open. Almost gets him. Cheap shots back to back by Lexi's trying to control the Feral. Gonna be going for a shadow step, but it's gonna be a juke. No jukes, but a low victory. Oh, he still gets the juke out, but the bleeds are already rolling. Lexi's with a berserk, trying to see if he maybe can avoid the Feral. Does not have another shadow step, and that's gonna be Lexi's just rotting down. I think there's nothing you can do. Try to press feign. The bleeds are still trucking him down. Banish a follow. Maybe can get a small shield, and Love Big Tree can maybe get him out. But Lexi's is still rotting down to dots. If you can just dot him back up while he's in combat, you'll be okay. Dots are still on him for just a little bit longer. Does it get him out in the open? Moonfire him. Immediately Moonfires. He knows he wins this. He just gotta get some Moonfires on this guy. Trinkets. Maybe Love Big Tree may have tricketed really early, but Lexi's does cloak without Moonfires, so maybe not the worst idea. Definitely has to get the rogue in combat immediately as soon as you can. Lexi's dive back into stealth. I think with some dots rolling in, he does have dots, but he did regain a lot of health back. I think he's going for the big sipping cup from Kyrian, where he basically recovers all of his health just over a long period of time. Can the shout into Love Big Tree? No trinket available. Does not have a pre-wall, but Barskin is there. Friends of Region keeping him alive, but barely. Just hanging in by the skin of his teeth. And that's going to be a blind, locking down the Feral Druid unless Lexi's makes a mistake or somehow these dodges do work. He jumps down without a sap. That may have been the mistake we were looking for, chat. If you were hoping this rogue would go down in this duel, I think that mistake of not getting the sap may have been a DR onto Feral Druid. I'm not quite sure, but if that was the mistake that the Feral needed. Love Big Tree, try to see if he can get a regrowth around the corner. Does get a restart onto UFO, diving into the prowl last second in order to make sure you get a proper opener, put in some dots onto the pallet, letting those bleeds rot down the flesh cuff, slowly rip it away. And UFO trying to see if he can close the gap, get himself a bit of damage, trying to keep the resources generating. That's going to be a Barskin for Love Big Tree in the cat form. So that's going to be a full Hodge. Does he have enough damage? He could still burn through the cat's Barskin here. Still in a deadly situation. Quick roar. Does have a bear form. It's going to be wall. It does get himself a big sprint in order to get the hell out of dodge. With UFO still rotting down to dots a little, but it's going to turn a lot of that holy power that he had ready for damage into a little bit of a self-heal with Flesh Cut to follow. Trying to keep himself alive as best as he can. The Feral's been very, very careful, trying not to step his delicate little paws in the consecration, trying to go for a bit of a rake stun opener, but couldn't quite do it. Bars get up immediately. UFO knock him in wings, but still getting quite a lot of damage out of Big Tree. Does he have emergency healing? There goes the Friends of Region. At this point, he's got nothing real left. Gonna be UFO trying to see if he keeps himself mobile with a maim. As Big Tree trying to see if he can find himself an escape. Does the Feral get a clean one? UFO trying not to let him go anywhere. Just keep slamming hammers. Thorn's not letting him go anywhere either. UFO has a line of sight of Feral, hits him with a slow from a distance, just trying to keep him in combat as best as he can. He has him in that execute range, so he should be able to get some Hammer of Wrath in there. And definitely should keep himself in line of sight for as much as possible. Gonna be a bit of a battle mess tricket for Big Tree. Give himself a little bit more health. UFO again trying not to commit waste into this one. He feels like he may be able just to proc down the Feral. Does burn a trinket in order to take him down. Has wings, has immunities. So maybe that's what he's trying to do. Trying to save those until later into the duel with a higher dampener. Iron Craw is gonna be next. Iron Craw? I like your Mog. Also, you're a Maggie Orc. I like it. Stun onto UFO may be an immunity that we're looking for. UFO, try to see if he can get himself some resources up and running. Stun onto one of these pets. Flash cut to follow. Iron Craw does have the interrupt ready. That's also going to be a, not just an interrupt, but also a, what's it called? Chimeric? Does Chimeric Silence work against Flash Cut when you're channeling and you got that Marileth immunity to CC? Gonna be a bubble out of UFO with wings to follow. Try to see if he can maximize damage, but Iron Craw is quick with that turtle shell before he gets stun locked. Try to see if he can get a binding shot onto UFO. He doesn't quite do value. Didn't really get much out of it. Freezing trap onto UFO as he jumps up, trying to get himself a bit of damage. That's going to be a flame shot on him. If he can get himself the proxive kill shot, he'll be in a fantastic spot. He has to get himself an interrupt versus UFO. UFO looks like he has a bit of line of sight onto Iron Crow, who's trying to get some damage in. Is able to jump up and get a couple of those Cobra shots in there. But UFO had no help whatsoever. Diving away from all these pets. Iron Crow just looking to reposition back up at the top. And UFO diving under the bridge in order to catch up a little bit of healing. Trying to see if they can get himself some kind of recovery. Rolling stun into one of these pets. Just trying to see if he can focus down, hopefully, on the main pet of Iron Crow. Because if he can take down that pet, he may be in a fantastic spot. Still, just focusing that pet, just putting all the punishment into it. Blessing of protection as he just continues to decimate onto that pet. Does take the main pet. This Iron Claw needs to get a pet rolling, but he doesn't have a turtle to cover himself. This man may actually be in trouble. Freezing trap onto UFO. Get a pet up and running immediately. You need your pet. Feign death, camo, unless he just goes for random AoE and gets that other pet out. Stun onto Ironclaw. That's going to be a stun back into UFO as Ironclaw does burn a trigger for it. UFO does not have immunities anymore. Going to be that chimeric poison courses through him, but he's able to avoid the pets quite easily. He has the freedom in order to keep himself from slowed. And an Ironclaw again pushing in really close into melee. Got the flank shot on him. Needs to get kill shots back to back. Does get kill shots rolling. That's going to be shield defense. UFO does trick it out of the facing trap. Looks like he's going to be stuck with the pets. Cannot go anywhere. No hand of freedom. If Ironclaw can just maximize a little bit of more damage, he'll be okay. UFO has himself a bit of a defensive with that shield and trying to use that shield and momentum in order to advance towards Ironclaw. Stun to follow. I think he might just have him doing procs right now for the Paladin. It looks like he does him, slamming him out. Crushing the boy. With Nace charging and trying to see if he may be able to deny the Paladin any more victory. 13 minutes in a duel. 52% dampening, sending out all the demons in there. With a stun with an extra Felguard. Tyrant to follow. UFO doesn't sit that stun long at all. Mortal Call right after. That's going to be all the pets around him with an obelisk empowering all the pets damage. UFO, unless you have a way to avoid these pets, he doesn't wake up Ash to stun them. So this can give himself a little bit more of a survivability. Trying to duck away from Nazes, trying to land a fear. Interrupt to follow UFO with all the demon doggers with a soul rod right after, just surrounded by all those pets. Unless you have a heal, it's over. And it looks like Naze pushes in with a couple of demon bolts, make sure that it is done and over with. Tagsy. Not last one left in Team 1, but most likely will be the last one to fight Naze, unless Naze takes him out right here. If Naze dominates Tagsy, takes him out of the competition, he'll at least have Revenant to fight. Gonna be immediate intro by Tagsy, trying to go for the wall, full dots on the Naze. Gonna amp up those dots immediately. Naze is gonna be just rotting down behind the pillar. Not much you can do unless he wants to pop a wall to reduce some of the damage. Does have the pets that he can at least drain life from, at least one pet. But he doesn't get removed. It looks like Naze is gonna be done for the count. He got him some wall, trying to give him whatever survivability he can. But that's just a slight damage reduction, but he's just melted to the dots either way. I think it's over. Oh my god, it is just over. Tagsy just went behind the pillar, knowing that it's done. Just loaded him up and he was like, I'm done. It's over. Dude, these rogue duels were super fast paced. Paladin got a chance to play. Warlock's got a chance to play. Revenant still needs to get a chance to play. Man, it is rough. It is rough out there.